Hi there, it's Anthony from Evolution series. I'm here with a lovely little update to our World Strings Oud. So it's the same instrument as you already know, but pretty much a interface overhaul. So we felt that we could improve on the user experience and come up with a much more cleaner, ergonomic way of working with it. So first, before we have a bit of a look at what's changed, let me just go through the sounds and have a little play. I won't spend too long on that because we have the original Oud video to check out if you want to get more of a detailed listen. So let's begin. So there's non-vibrato and vibrato versions. Also we have, so that was legato mode. We have two different types of portamento. We have fast portamento. So the way the system works is if you're playing really quickly, it jumps back to legato mode even if you're on the fast portamento mode. But if you play a bit slower, then it puts in portamento. We have slow portamento. Yeah, I love those slow portamento slides. And moving on, we have harmonics. So here we have the tremolo. Another thing to bear in mind is that the portamento type also affects the tremolo. So if you want a more agile tremolo, you can go to legato mode. And for a little extra feature, which is pretty cool, if you click on the cog, you have speed. So if you want a slower tremolo, and that is really handy when you're trying to build your performance. Instead of having a linear kind of a tremolo, you can actually make it go slower, ramp it up, faster, then back off a wee bit, and kind of create a bit of that liveliness a real musician would play. Now, another thing is we have this mute sample, so if you don't want that on, you can easily turn it off. But what it's doing is you're playing a note, and it has like a duck noise at the end. If you don't want that, you can turn it off. And you can have just the more ringing out sustain. So pretty much that is our little instrument. I mean, well, actually big little instrument. It's quite huge in size, but the amount of detail we took is absolutely tremendous. With so many round robin and all the velocities and everything you could ever imagine that you would need in a detailed virtual instrument representation of the oud. Nothing was cut for this one. So to kind of look at what's been changed, we have our home page. If you're familiar with the Chronicles libraries, we're using a similar concept, the virtual scoring stage. You can click on the icon and bring it forward if you want a more closer sound. But if you want it more roomy, take it back. This is quite handy, really. So that's very, very handy. Now, if you prefer a more traditional approach to mixing, you can click on this icon here, and then you can work with close, overhead, room, and far. Also, as this instrument can be quite memory hungry, we have a cut down version here where it loads a mixed blend of the close and overhead and room and far. This is great if you're running on limited resources. So also having a look here, what have we got? We've got the Strummer Engine, which those of you who have used the oud would be familiar with. We can turn that on. So that was an ARP mode. We can change that to chord. This is more of a bonus feature. I think the humanization is definitely handy to use on this one. And looking at the other areas, we have velocity curve, we have our transition behavior. This one here currently, if you're working it, you're going, it has more transitions before the next string pick. Whereas this one here, it's got more picks between transitions. Attack and release, articulations page, you can change the amount of round robins you want loaded. Currently it's on max, so you can just click and drag to what number that you would like. We're currently in key switch mode, but you can also do MIDI channel or CC. And finally, our tuning page. You can adjust individual tuning for each note if you want to get into micro tuning territory. Very, very handy to kind of recreate a more traditional Middle Eastern vibe. So I hope you've enjoyed this overview to our latest oud update. So until next time, keep safe. Cheers.